What's up, everybody? So we're about halfway through Season 1 of Vanguard and Warzone Pacific. So the Vanguard mid-season update dropped yesterday afternoon at 4 p.m. Eastern, and today, or tonight/tomorrow, we get the Warzone Pacific update. It's 9 p.m. Pacific, 12 a.m. Eastern, or for those of you that sleep, whatever time you get on tomorrow. There's some bug fixes. There's a lot of weapon changes. Let's just go ahead and get right into it. Let's see. We have the playlist update. Starting tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern, we'll have Vanguard Plunder Trios, Battle Royale, Solos, Duos, Trios, Quads. They took out Vanguard Royale, which I think is a mistake, and said they have Resurgence, Duos, Trios, Quads. I really think you only need Quads or Trios and Quads, and I think it was a mistake to take out Vanguard Royale. I personally like Battle Royale more, but I know there's a lot of people that are fans of Vanguard Royale. Then next week, we get Vanguard Royale back, but it's only Quads. We get Battle Royale, Solos, Duos, Trios, and then we get regular Plunder back, which is Trios, and then Rebirth Island is Trios and Quads, the only playlist that people really like, and people still really don't like Quads. And then for the last week of January, we get Vanguard Resurgence Trios, which I still think is a mistake not to have Solo, Duos, Trios of Battle Royale, and Vanguard Royale. And this is Vanguard Royale, which is Vanguard Resurgence. The Battle Royale, Solos, Duos, Trios, regular Plunder Trios, and then Rebirth Island Duos and Quads. For regular updates about the playlist and other scheduled events, check out the dedicated Warzone Trello board. Modes, Vanguard Plunder. We've curated a 1940s take on the tried and tested and well-loved mode Plunder. Drop in now to re-experience Plunder with the World War II rule set that you've seen across other Vanguard game modes, but this time where cash extraction is no longer a given. The spoils of war are now in your hands, so take what's yours. So if you've been looking to level up Vanguard guns, this might be a good chance if you don't want to play Vanguard multiplayer and you haven't wanted to do it in regular Plunder or other modes. Bug fixes. Fix several issues causing instability on the Xbox and PlayStation platforms. More fixes to come. Fix an issue that was causing crashes on PlayStation 5. Fix an issue with the packed powder attachment where it was increasing locational multipliers. Fix an issue with the double barrel where its akimbo gun perk was not properly decreasing damage. Fix an issue with submachine gun alpha, or I don't know what SMG that is off the top of my head, where its VDD 189 short barrel was incorrectly affecting locational multipliers. Fix an issue where Assault Rifle Charlie, which I actually have that one written down as the BAR, where its SVT 40 PU scope 3x6 optic would envelop the screen while firing. Fix collision issues with various elements. Fix an issue causing players to return from the gulag with an incorrect loadout. Fix an issue causing players to get kicked from gunsmith screen while accessing custom loadouts during a match. Fix an issue causing visual assets to appear for certain store bundle previews. Fix an issue causing incorrect description next to text to appear for certain operators. Fix an issue causing placeholder text to appear below cross-platform friends on social menu. Fix an issue causing placeholder text to appear on various calling cards. Fix an issue causing some store bundles to appear with the incorrect rarity label. Fix an issue preventing the Get 3 Wins as Francis operating mission from tracking progress. Fix an issue causing the Caldera Victory Exfil cinematic to end prematurely. Fix an issue causing the match summary button to not work. Fix an issue causing tactical insertion to not appear in field upgrade menu. I didn't see anything on the freezing buy stations. That's a really big one. I didn't see anything on the visual bugs on weapons that people are having. No anything showing where you have invisible guns. We didn't have any note on that as well. Those are huge issues, especially for console players, that people are looking to get fixed. I know that there's a whole lot more console issues that they didn't fix, and they said new known issues. Xbox home button players are reporting an issue where pressing the Xbox home button twice while in-game may cause instability. Clan tags players are reporting that typing non-ASCII to characters, example, may cause instability. For more information on all live issues, please visit our Warzone Trello board. They still didn't even acknowledge it there. Weapons, new weapons. Wellgun submachine gun, which I will have a video on either tomorrow or the following day on Friday. Heavy full auto SMG with lethality and range for short to medium range engagements. If it feels anything like it does in Vanguard multiplayer, it's going to be possibly a really good SMG, but definitely a good sniper support SMG. Weapon adjustments. There are several changes pertaining to visual recoil below. Though the systems that compromise visual recoil are complex, we will be using the term loosely to describe the effects of camera or weapon movement that may not be directly tied to its recoil behavior. Assault Rifle Alpha, which is the STG, visual recoil decrease. That was one of the problems with the STG, for sure. Assault Rifle Hotel, which is the Automaton, recoil decreased, which is good because the gun has such a slow time to kill. When they really increased the recoil, made the gun almost unusable. And recoil deviation decreased. That's good. AS44, initial recoil decreased, recoil deviation decreased. That's good. This thing bounces all over the place. It's really hard to use. It's got a good time to kill. And with this recoil nerf, it could actually take over the Bren if you're willing to deal with more recoil than the Bren, so that could be good. NZ41, recoil deviation decreased slightly. Recoil ramp up now occurs 1 bullet later, so a little easier to use. This is a gun that has a decent time to kill within Vanguard mode, but not so great in Battle Royale mode. Shotgun, Einhorn revolving, hip spread increased slightly. That's not going to do much. This thing kills long range with ADS too. That's going to end up getting a nerf if people finally move away from the double barrel shotguns. Ammo, Cooper carbine, compressed rounds, horizontal recoil control decreased by 1.04 down from 1.05. Visual recoil decreased slightly. Barrel, assault rifle alpha, which again is the STG, the VDD 760mm 05B barrel, visual recoil was decreased. And then on the Cooper carbine, the 22-inch custom Cooper custom barrel, the sprint to fire speed decreased by 1.2 down from 1.3. Light machine gun Charlie, or the Bren, excuse that voice crack. Queen 705mm Royale no longer removes damage fall off. That was why really that it was so strong, but it also doesn't have a whole lot of recoil, and it says now multiplies damage range by 1.5 up from 1. So it still gives you huge damage range. I think this thing's still going to be meta, because then horizontal recoil control decreased by 1.36 down from 1.37, so almost nothing. It's barely going to bounce anymore with that barrel, and it still has a really far damage drop off. This thing's still going to be meta just based off of those changes. Submachine gun Charlie, which is the MP40. The Krausnik 317mm 04B barrel now decreases hipfire accuracy by 6.4%. I'm not a hipfire person anyways, so that doesn't change the MP40 for me at all. Gun perks, double barrel, the Akimbo hip spread decreased by 40% down from 32%. So they nerfed it even more, which is good because this thing was still broken. They set up the bugs. They fixed a bug where the damage wasn't actually decreasing. So this thing hopefully will no longer be used, but I'm afraid people are going to switch to the Einhorn now. Magazine, assault rifle alpha, which again is the STG. The 762 Gorenko 50 round mags, the visual recoil is decreased once again. That was one of the big problems. It made it hard to use at range. Even though the TTK is not stellar range, it's okay, especially within the Vanguard Royale modes, and reducing that visual recoil is a big help. Cooper carbine, 30 caliber carbine, 45 round mags. Move speed increased by 4%. ADS speed increased by 1%. Horizontal recoil control decreased by 1.2% down from 1.3. Vertical recoil control decreased by 1.2 down from 1.3. Light machine gun Charlie, once again, that is the Bren. The 6.5 Sakura 40 round mags. Visual recoil, vertical recoil increased by 1.17 down from 1.2. Horizontal recoil increased by 1.19 down from 1.21. I still think that's going to make a huge deal. And even if it does, the 50 caliber BMG rounds actually have a faster time to kill. And if this thing's recoil gets to that level, that's going to be the option, and it's still going to be very usable, and it's going to melt and it'll hit even harder. But I still don't think it's going to be a huge issue. That's a decent recoil nerf, but if you're good at controlling recoil, it's not really going to be that big of a deal. Assault rifle Charlie, which again is the BAR. Its mercury silencer vertical recoil control increased by 1.07 up from 1.048. Horizontal recoil control increased by 1.03 up from 1.013. MX silencer horizontal recoil control increased by 1.049 up from 1.036. Visual recoil decreased slightly. So that's all great. They changed the scope. They changed a little bit on the BAR, but the BAR still, I think, according to JGOD's spreadsheet, has the slowest time to kill of all ARs and LMGs at range. And it's mostly its rate of fire. If it's going to have that slow rate of fire, it needs to hit like a truck. It definitely needs a buff. I don't think these attachment buffs are really going to do anything for it. Assault Rifle Hotel, which again is the Automaton, the Mercury Silencer, vertical recoil control increased by 1.05 up from 1.035. Horizontal recoil control increased by 1.02 up from 1.01. Visual recoil decreased slightly. MX Silencer, ADS speed decreased by 5.1% up from 4%. Horizontal recoil control increased by 1.065 up from 1.03. So, I mean, I still think that the Automaton's not very good because the time to kill is so slow, and I am mostly a Battle Royale over Vanguard Royale player. So that still doesn't do a whole lot. The damage needs to come up, or it needs to be an absolute laser beam like the M13. Einhorn Revolving, M97 full choke, ADS spread multiplier decreased to 0.9 up from 0.85. A reduction to this multiplier will increase the size of its firing cone while ADSing. Still think it's going to be really good, especially really up close. And I think people who like to use shotguns are going to move to the Einhorn revolving after the Akimbo dual barrel nerf. Rear grips, Assault Rifle Alpha, which is the STG again. Pine Tar grip, ADS speed decreased by 4.9%, up from 4%. Vertical recoil control increased by 1.11, up from 1.1. Rubber grip now decreases idle sway control by 5%. Vertical recoil control increased by 1.06, up from 1.047. Assault Rifle Hotel, which again is the automaton. Polymer grip visual recoil decreased slightly. Stocks on the STG, the Crowsnake S11S folding visual recoil decreased slightly. Cooper Carbine remove stock. Horizontal recoil control decreased by 1.11, down from 1.3. Vertical recoil control decreased by 1.09, down from 1.1. Visual recoil decreased. Visual recoil is the biggest issue on this gun. It does not have a whole lot of recoil no matter what attachments you have on it, especially if you use tight grip. But it's good to see that they keep changing the visual recoil on the Cooper Carbine because it's its big issue. Einhorn revolving. Remove stock hipfire accuracy increased by 6.4%, down from 7.6%. VDD Hunter hipfire accuracy increased by 5.6%, down from 7.6%. Once again, they've only changed one ADS attachment, and if you ADS, it still has really good range. Underbarrel. The STG Carver foregrip visual recoil decreased. M1941 handstop visual recoil decreased. Once again, it's a big spot with the STG is its visual recoil. Plus, its time to kill is iffy. Assault Rifle Charlie, which again is the BAR. Carver foregrip vertical recoil control increased by 1.11, up from 1.093. Visual recoil decreased slightly. M1930 Strife Angle now increases vertical recoil control by 1.012. Assault Rifle Hotel, which again is the automaton. The Carver foregrip ADS speed decreased by 5%, up from 4%. Hip spread accuracy increased to 1.03, down from 1.04. Horizontal recoil increased by 1.025, up from 1.016. Vertical recoil control decreased by 1.02 from 1.065. Visual recoil decreased slightly. M1941 handstop. Horizontal recoil control increased by 1.06, up from 1.049. Idle sway control now decreased by 10%. Vertical recoil control increased by 1.06%, up from 1.048. Visual recoil decreased slightly. So it's looking like they're trying to make the automaton, like I said, kind of like the M13. They're increasing all the recoil control. They're decreasing the visual recoil. And so I definitely think that's what they're trying to get at to make this gun usable again. Because, like I said, with its weak time to kill and all that recoil that they added, it was just unusable. And I think they're here trying to tweak it. So it's not probably as much of a laser as the M13, but still really easy to control when you stack the attachments. That's it for the weapon changes. Then they got a new operator, Isabel Rosario Dulnan. Reyes, SOTF Trident, acquire Isabel via featured bundle set for launching during Season 1. The new store updates, the Attack on Titan bundle, and then just download sizes. For PS5, PS4, it's going to be 4.8 gigabytes. For Xbox One, Series X and S, and Xbox One, 5.1 gigabytes. For PC, if you only have Warzone, it's 3.9 gigabytes. If you have Warzone and Modern Warfare, 8 gigabytes. And then just notes, you'll need 14 gigabytes of additional space on PC. Remember, Vanguard download is not necessary. Furthermore, for a smaller overall file size, players can choose to uninstall or remove other data packs that are no longer needed. No mention of fixing Modern Warfare multiplayer, which I know for a lot of people is broken, despite there being PC updates for Modern Warfare. Not a lot of weapon changes that I see really making much of a difference. I mean, the BAR time to kill is still awful. The STG might become more meta in Vanguard Royale, especially depending on how the visual and physical recoil changes on the Bren affect the Bren, especially with the 40-round mag change. The automaton, going to make it easier to control. Didn't change the time to kill, so it's still kind of iffy. I think you're better off with the STG, the Bren, Type 11, DP27, AS44 in Vanguard Royale if you can hit your shots with all those weapons. Not going to see anything change in Battle Royale. As long as they don't buff the Vanguard weapon time to kills or nerf the Modern Warfare and Cold War time to kills, you're not going to see anything other than the Bren, maybe the STG, maybe the AS44 if the recoil is easier to control because it is better time to kill than the Bren. You're not really going to see too many Vanguard weapons. Same thing with the SMGs. They didn't really buff any, so it's going to probably be MP40, maybe PPSH, or Cold War Modern Warfare SMGs. Same thing with snipers. Attack rifles, I still see more cars and Swisses than I see any Vanguard sniper rifles or heavy sniper rifles. So I think within Battle Royale, you're still barely going to see Vanguard weapons, other than, like I said, maybe the Bren, the STG, the AS44, the PPSH, the MP40, or maybe some of the shotguns. You're not really going to see anything change there. I'm hoping they still have all those weapon changes. If they do change more things, I definitely will make another video on it. But thank you for watching up to this point. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell for more. Comment down below what you think of these weapon changes, if you think they made some steps in the right direction, the wrong direction, what they should be doing differently, what you like about what they did. Let me know down below. As usual, I'll have this linked in the description along with all my social medias. So please feel free to visit all those. Thank you again so much for watching. I will see you on Caldera and Rebirth Island. Get frying. Have a good day. Bye.